The homeless and housing crisis in Los Angeles continues, so there's a new real estate transfer tax that will be implemented on all real estate transactions above 5 million. And this won't be implemented until April 1st, 2023. And Los Angeles has done this before where they add additional taxes, yet the housing crisis and homeless crisis continues. Currently, Los Angeles charges all real estate transactions a tax of 0.45%. But with this new implemented tax, what it's going to do is charge 4% for all sales from 5 million to 10 million. And then from 10 million and up, it's going to be 5.5%. For all sales of real estate under 5 million, the taxes will remain unchanged.
As their collective efforts to fight homelessness are moving too slowly. The announcement comes just as residents of the state's largest city must decide on whether to raise more money for housing for the homeless through the tax of sale on multi-million-dollar homes. 7 years ago, the city called it a homeless emergency, allocating $100 million. Then 2 years later, county voters approved a sales tax hike, Measure H, to raise another $3.5 billion over the next 10 years. The city of LA then approved Measure HHH, which added another $1.2 billion for homeless housing. And through it all, homelessness increased. Now an effort to raise money for homeless housing again. Measure ULA on the Los Angeles city ballot would increase taxes on the sale of any property, commercial or residential, above $5 million.
So prior to April 1st, if someone sold a $5 million property, they'd be paying about $28,000 in total for the city and county transfer taxes. You know, that doesn't include all the closing costs and realtor fees. But after April 1st, here's the kicker. It's going to end up being $228,000, which is a whopping figure. And that's why so many people are concerned with this new tax. And in addition to that, this applies to everything in terms of real estate transactions. So multifamily buildings, so the apartment buildings, single family homes and things like that, condos, and also commercial buildings, retail, office, things like that. The plan for this progressive tax is to generate anywhere from $900 million to $1.1 billion annually to help in affordable housing and tenant assistance programs throughout Los Angeles. So as shown on this map, this tax will apply to the bright colored regions and it won't apply to the beige colored regions on this map. So examples being Beverly Hills, Pasadena, Burbank, and Calabasas. I can see both sides to the transfer tax, the pros and the cons, you know, also known as Measure ULA. But at the same time, let's not forget all the tough times that the real estate owners have gone through in the last 2 years. And a lot of people believe that this tax will only be paid by the seller, but more than likely what the sellers will probably do is offset some of that cost with the buyers. So buyers will also feel the pinch too. So that's something to consider. I want to stay as objective as possible. So if you want me to send you articles for the pros and cons and just the measure itself, I would be happy to do that. One way to avoid paying these large taxes is to sell before April 1st, 2023. If you have any questions, please feel free to get back to me.